underway.
Oh, Nathan, a pleasant surprise, I suppose. What was your reaction to this?
Yeah, just stoked. Yeah, I got the call a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, just stoked, mate. Yeah.
What's it like knowing you're going to be full-time paid 12 months a year rather than, I think it's a bit of a hiatus when you're a Wellington Contract player, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think it's 8-month contracts with Wellington, so yeah, it's going to be nice through the winter. Went away this winter to Worcester, had a county stint, so that filled my time nicely, but yeah, it's nice to, I suppose, have that security.
How hard was that time at Worcester? Because it's pretty busy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think I played 8 4-day games in 10 weeks or something like that, so on the back of a home summer. So it was, yeah, the workload was high, but it was such a valuable experience. I loved my time there. I'd be keen to go back. So
you must have come home or come away from that pretty happy with what you achieved in terms of performances?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think just sort of the form just rolled on from the home summer, really. You know, my body was in good shape. Just loved playing for them as well. They're a great bunch of guys, and that sort of goes a long way as well when you go into a new environment and they're good people. So yeah, just love the experience, really.
You talked about your body being in good shape. You've had problems in the last few years, haven't you? So you're really getting over a major injury break, didn't you?
Yeah, I suppose the last couple of years, barring the last 6 months, the 18 months before that were challenging. You know, a couple of back stress fractures. It's quite testing times, but I think through that you sort of learn a lot about yourself. It gives you a little bit of perspective as well, and it's a hell of a lot better playing than I spend a lot of time sitting on the couch watching a lot of guys play. So it's nice to, you know, have a sort of a prolonged period of playing consistently, and you know, I think that's probably why the results were so good. You know, just playing all the time.
Can you pinpoint any area of your game where you think you've improved or have tried to improve?
I think probably just on the back of being fitter and stronger. I think I've probably gained a little bit of pace, and the consistency of the pace is there through sort of second and third spells. I think that's probably why I've started taking a few more wickets. Maybe it's just that consistent pace throughout the day has helped. For me, I think moving forward, I think it's probably the consistency in the batting that's gonna take me to the next level. So that's been a big focus over the last 12 months.
And the other thing is, I know it's probably a tough question to answer. Do you have a preference for the format of the game, or is it just all your preference in terms of every format?
Oh yeah, I love cricket. So all formats are great. They have their own little niches. But for me, I'm a purist, so I love the long format of the game. It's probably a format that I've had the most success in so far. So that doesn't say I'm not trying to become an all 3 format player. I definitely think I can play all 3 formats. So yeah, for me, it's just about trying to stay on the park, stay fit, and hopefully perform for whoever I'm playing for.
I guess it's a slightly different path than other new BLACKCAPS, a contract before a debut. Does this make you more eager now to actually get your first cap, whatever format it is? Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, in the short term, probably nothing changes too much. You know, it's just going about my business the same with Wellington, starting the home summer, and yeah, hopefully contributing to some performances for Wellington. But yeah, hopefully that call comes someday soon. This is obviously just a nice step in the right direction. For players your level, top of end of domestic cricket, given where a lot of the top international players are going now, sort of what is the sort of main aim when it comes to a contract? Are they still coveted getting these national contracts?
Well, I think personally, for me, 100%. Yeah, I mean, each guy's going to make their own decision about what they want to do for their career. But for me at this stage, it's about having a really good international career for New Zealand. So just keep building my career brick by brick, and hopefully that sorts itself out.
What helped with your selection, perhaps? Was it your performance last summer?
Yeah, I think probably I had a strong domestic summer last year, and then continued again for Worcester over the winter. So probably just the form in the last 12 months, I'd say.
All-rounders, of course, in white ball are regular and common in that, but in Test, so you don't quite often get genuine all-rounders, but do you still see that as a possibility for you? For sure, yeah, I think, yeah, definitely. That's the goal anyway, to try about 7 in a Test team. I think what sets me apart from other seamers is potentially having that batting there that can add a little bit of balance to a side. So I'm always going to try work on that and get as good as I can with my batting to try help the team. A number of players come to Wellington. I'm assuming it's for that out there, but you know, what was your reason perhaps coming here?
Yeah, so I had 5 years with Otago, and then when Rob Walter, the coach for Otago, left, we sort of had a little bit of a changeover with the coaching. The assistant coach left, and there's a little bit of a clear out, and I sort of came to a bit of a crossroads. So I sort of felt that that was the right time for me to take my career to the next level. Obviously, Wellington at the time had quite a few black caps already. I thought that would be a good opportunity to learn off those guys. Obviously, the basin's a lot more similar to what you get in international cricket around the world. So playing on the basin week in, week out, I thought was only going to help my cricket.
And being full-time contract now with fast bowlers, you know, injuries and that sort of thing, does that allow you more time to just sort of develop work, you know, make sure the body is where it should be and that sort of thing with the help that you get?
Yeah, I think so for sure. I mean, we're really lucky in Wellington. I get looked after really well with the support staff we have, but I think it goes without saying that you try to look after your body the whole time anyway. And yeah, I suppose now that there's probably going to be a little bit more direct comms with the guys at the top, that's going to be important.
Is there someone that perhaps is focusing on the bowling helped you to get where you are today?
Yeah, like I mentioned his name before, Rob Walter in Otago. He was my coach sort of through those formative years of my career from 17 to 22. So that's sort of where I learned the bulk of it. And then obviously really lucky here in Wellington we have Shane Jurgensen and Azar Abbas. So we're flooded with resource, which is good.
Was it a decision you had to weigh up at all when you got the call here, given, you know, I guess your commitments around the world and things at the moment, or was it just pretty much straight yes?
No, it's a straight yes. I don't think I said yes any quicker. Couldn't have said yes any quicker, so yeah, just stoked.
Who called you, mate? Was it Gary?
Wellesley.
Yeah, okay. Just looking back at your Worcestershire stint, was there an injury that cut it short, and how are you at the moment?
Yeah, so I picked up a hamstring niggle mid-July, so yeah, that's pretty much, I'm feeling good now. It's on its way back. It's progressing nicely. Yeah, and we've got a bit of time now before the home summer, so I'll be good to go.
Yeah, that's the end of October, isn't it? So we're ready to go by then.
Yeah.
A bit of a wait.
You took the new ball for, what do you do for Wellington? You took the new ball for Worcestershire. Do you see yourself essentially as a new ball bowler or an all-rounder who bats? You know, people put, you know, in categories, don't they?
Yeah. I suppose I try not to categorise it too much. I feel like I've got a little bit more skill with the ball than just bowling with a new ball. I like to take the new ball. I think it's a real strength of mine, but I think I can also add impact with the old ball as well, which I think is going to be important for me moving forward to international cricket.
Nathan, the first call I got when the media op went out today was from the Oamaru Mail. Obviously your hometown, you made your debut as a teenager for Otago. What does that community mean to you, and how did your kind of cricket journey start there?
Yeah, it means a lot. I've received a lot of messages from people from Oamaru. There's a lot of happy people, which is good. So it's nice to still have that connection with Oamaru, and obviously North Otago cricket. But yeah, started there. A lot of age group cricket, went to school at Waitaki Boys and graduated in 2016, so they've been a huge part of my journey. I played my last game for North Otago in 2021 when I was playing for Otago, so hopefully I've got a few more left in me still, but yeah.
Have they forgiven you yet for moving north?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Very good. Thanks, guys. Awesome. Thanks, Nathan.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nathan.
Cheers, nice.
Cheers.
See you guys.